Hey there, folks. I want to welcome you here today to a GCN update. Give me just a second, but if you're just jumping on the call, I do want to welcome you here. All right. Hey, folks, if you're just jumping on the call, I do want to welcome you here today to a GCN update call. My name is James Ward. I'm excited to be here today. If you're just jumping on here, if you don't mind, just log in here. Tell me where you're calling from. I'd love to personally welcome you to the call. We got New Zealand. Let's see here. We got London, Ontario, Canada, Sweden, Australia. Welcome. Kalamazoo, Toronto. Welcome to the call. I know this is kind of a unique time for us to do this. We don't usually do it this time, but I thought it would be good to knock this out. Rainy Las Vegas. Well, it's rainy in Gulf Shores, believe it or not. So if you're just jumping on the call, welcome here today. We are just taking introductions right this second. I'm not going to take a tremendous amount of time of your time here today, but I'm definitely going to give you some clarity on a few different things. So that'll be good. Bulgaria, welcome to the call. BEG72, where is 9:30 a.m.? Where's it at? Where are you at? Las Vegas, welcome to the call. Another Las Vegas. Looks like Edgardo. Australia, welcome. Idaho, welcome. All right, we're filling up here. Texas, welcome to the call. We're just about 1 minute into this. We're going to give it like just a few more seconds and we're going to get this thing rolling. If you're just jumping on here, I do want to welcome you to a update call. We're going to talk about a few different things here today, and I'll just list those here in just a second. Georgia in the house. Welcome from Hotlanta, Anthony. I don't know if you guys saw, we just announced that we are having another GOW tonight. Did everybody get that message? Let me know if you're going to be participating. Give me a number one if you're going to participate in the GOW tonight. We're going to try to make it 3 in a row. We're going to hat trick this thing for all you soccer fans out there. All right, very cool. Well, listen, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're 2 minutes past the hour. I know more people will be jumping on. I also know it's kind of an awkward time, on the East Coast and the Central Time Zone, and I guess even in Mountain Time, it's almost the end of the day for some folks who are working. I know this is kind of a unique time for us to do things, but I thought it was crucial to get it out there. I already have a meeting planned here tonight, so I could not come out on our normal 9 p.m. time. And also, truthfully, that's kind of tough on our international members, as you guys know. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get this thing going. Oh, midnight in Sweden. Welcome, Michael. Wow. You stayed up to hear this, man. Well, congratulations. Well, listen, the objective of this call is really just to educate you on a couple different things. We're going to talk about the current payment structure. Even though we had a call on that, well, I don't know, 2 days ago or something like that, I'm going to update you on things from that perspective. We're going to talk about this holiday instant upgrade, this new promotion that we're doing through the 25th of December, and a few other things. But the goal of this is to answer your questions, okay? Because that's where we're really going to get to it. There's going to be a lot of questions that come up. But I want to address obviously the payments first, because I think that that's the most important. Anytime people's pays are messed with at all whatsoever, especially in the current industry and in the environment that's been created around us, people freak out, right? We've been really good, I think, at least communicating, letting you guys know exactly what we're doing with our security enhancements. I know that there's still some glitches out there, okay? So, when you guys contact us, it's kind of funny and it's not funny at the same time, but, I do have people reaching out to me saying, hey, James, is everything okay? And let me just reassure you, okay? Everything's okay. Everything's perfectly fine. We did do some enhancements, as you guys know. We had to make those enhancements in order for us to get to the next level. In my opinion, the sacrifice of the glitches, the sacrifices of, the updates that we're doing were way more important than, having someone potentially be able to hack our system. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but if you can imagine when we're at the point where we're paying hundreds of thousands of people, I think it makes a lot more sense to be able to eliminate a potential risk now, right where we're at, than waiting until we get to that point. Regardless of what it happens in between now and then, we have to make sure that we're protected. So that's exactly why we had the security enhancements we did. Now, with that being said, I know that obviously payments are going out, right? People are getting paid just as they normally would, but there's a couple things that are happening in your back office. There's a couple things that are confusing people. So I just want to talk about it. You know how I am, man. I'd rather just be out here in front of this than just people guessing and assuming and everything else. And we're going to talk about the instant upgrade in a second too, because I know it's powerful, but there's some things I want to discuss about that as well. So let's talk about this for just a second. Number one, many of you in your back office, if you would have looked last night or maybe this morning when you got paid, you see like 4 different transaction numbers, right? And you're trying to figure out what in the world's going on. Some of them might go to your wallet, some of them don't. It's just a computer glitch that we're dealing with, a programming glitch. But what I can tell you is this. As I said, the security to me is way more important than a couple little hiccups that we have in regards to the tracking number and things like that in your back office. So just know, I mean, we're on top of that. It's something that we're definitely ahead of and that we're taking care of. So just rest assured. I can't assure you tonight that, it's not going to show up there again. But what I can tell you is we're aware of it. We're doing everything in our power to make sure it's corrected from that aspect. But I think the most important thing is obviously the Bitcoin showing up, regardless of anything else that happens, right? Is making sure that we're getting, the Bitcoin to you. So with that being said, just like I said a couple of days ago, there was definitely one day that was missed during this process. When we got to the point where it was going to be another day, I personally manually went out there and I got the crew together and we paid out commissions manually. I don't know if you guys remember me saying that. Maybe some of you didn't make it to the call, but I thought it was super important to be able to do that. But during that process, there was one day there that was, I guess you could call it lost, if you will. But remember, the way our program works is like this. Everyone grows until they double their Bitcoin, right? So you haven't lost anything. We will continue to make sure that things happen the way that they're supposed to, but we want to be completely clear. We want to be transparent on it. And we want to make sure that you guys have a full understanding, because as I said, regardless of whether we made the rules in this industry or not, or we created the environment, we get the same repercussions as everybody else. Anytime something doesn't happen exactly the way people want it to happen, everyone's freaking out and everyone's thinking the absolute worst. Now, the good news for us is we're in a bit of a different situation in that we're in front of this, right? We're speaking to you, we're communicating, we let you know what was happening as it was happening, we let you know any challenges that we had, and anything else that comes up, you can rest assured that you're gonna see my face out here. I'm gonna be talking to you, I'm gonna have a straight up conversation with you, whether it's good, bad, or ugly, we're gonna talk about it, right? So you're gonna know, it's not gonna be any type of surprise to you, if any challenges arise. So just know that, okay? Now with that being said, we're excited that we are fully moved to a cold wallet where we don't have to suffer any of the potential risks that went along with having that Bitcoin server potentially get hacked. I think that that's an important thing for you to understand. And, I hope that you guys understand as well that we're here, to answer your questions. We're here to do everything that we can. Now, when it comes to customer support and it comes to some of those things, I want you guys to have some patience with them. I've already mentioned this before. They're not the ones behind it making any type of decisions, right? They just have to answer the question. So we do the best that we can at communicating with them so they can communicate with you. But I think it takes conversations just like this, where you and I and everybody here gets to come out. We get to come together as a community, as a culture, because remember, that's what we're trying to create here. We're trying to create a family that people want to be part of. It. Let me rephrase that. We're not trying to do anything. We are creating a culture. We are creating a community and a family that people want to be part of. So the only way that works, the only way that we can do it together is if we do our part and you do your part. And in between that, we communicate with each other, right? And I think that everybody would agree with that. So I'm going to open it up for Q&A here at the very end, okay? And we'll touch on base on anything that you need in regards to the specifics of this. But I want to get to this holiday instant upgrade, okay? As you guys know, I announced something, on the 22nd. We just announced it on the 22nd, so yesterday, that we're offering this exceptional opportunity for people to upgrade instantly. And what we mean by that is, hypothetically, if you come in at 0.05 all the way up to 3 BTC, if you came in at that amount, we're going to instantly upgrade you to the next package. So for instance, if you came in here tonight and you put in 1 Bitcoin, we're going to instantly upgrade you to 2 Bitcoin. In addition to that, if you're an existing member, right? And let's say you have a half Bitcoin account, you want to upgrade to 1 Bitcoin. Well, guess what? You're actually getting bumped to 2 Bitcoin. Now, there's a couple things. It's so strange. In this industry, again, it's so strange that, people look at this and there's two things. There's two sides of it. Some people are like, this is the best deal I've ever seen. This is amazing. We're going to rock and roll with it. And then we've got the negative crowd that looks at it and says, oh, Why are they doing this? Why would they do something like this? Look, it's a gift from us to you. If you don't want to participate, don't participate. It doesn't matter to me whether you participate or not. It's a gift from us to you. So for those of you that are going to take advantage of it, congratulations. You're not going to find a better deal ever, most likely, in the history of what we do than what we just did for these next couple of days. It's a 2-day deal. We thought it would be a great opportunity to help you get that momentum that you're looking for as we build into 2020. Any of you that want to put any type of other spin on it other than that, have that conversation with yourself, right? Because that's not coming from us. That's coming from your own, insecurities and disbelief that someone can actually make something happen in this industry and be in front of it and be transparent, right? Because that's where we're at. So I want this to be a blessing to you and your family. If you can't see it like that, then definitely don't share it with anyone. Definitely don't take advantage of it. But if you can see where we're coming from, if you can see the heart that's behind what we did and what we're doing for the next couple of days, and what it can help you with as you build into 2020, then take full advantage of it, right? You should have started yesterday because there's huge opportunity. Every single person that you bring to the market here has a chance to increase their ability to go out there and bring others as well. It's a great opportunity for you. So that's the way that I hope you see it. Now, with that being said, there's a lot of questions that come into it, okay? The questions were, and some of them I've already answered in just this little conversation that we're having. Some of them's like, hey, is this just for new people? No, it's not. It's for existing members too. So like I said, regardless of what level you're at, unless you're at that very top level already, but if you're at that very top level already, and you want to have a conversation with me, maybe we can create something for you as well. I mean, we want it to be inclusive for everybody, okay? So we can talk about that. So if you're at that top level, you and I should just have a conversation if there's something that you want to do on top of it, okay? For those of you who are not at that top level yet, the package 5, look, here's all the deal that you have to do. If you come in at 0.05 or higher, right, you get an instant upgrade. Now, one question that came up is, well, what if I'm at 0.025 in your current company? I want to upgrade to 05. Well, there you go. Now you're using your brain, right? It's the same exact thing. You can do that. So if you're at 0.025 and you want to upgrade at 0.05, we'll upgrade you to 0.1. Okay. So just know that that's how it's going to work. Listen, there's going to be a hard stop on this on Christmas at midnight. So, it's something that you can utilize right this very second. It's not something that can last forever because, obviously as a company, we are taking some risk with this, right? We're taking a risk in the sense that we're basically helping people get to the next level very quickly. But with that being said, the way I see it is that the reward's going to outweigh the risk. When you look at the ability to show people where we're coming from, help people get into that momentum in 2020 and where we're going, and people start to see this and we get it out there, people are flocking to us, right? We have a great thing going. So here's the deal. Anytime you have a great thing going, it also comes with the critics. It also comes with the naysayers. It also comes with all those people that are in all these other companies that have went out of business, that they're rooting for us to be the next one. I'm asking you to come together as a family, make sure that we're not the last one. Make sure that to understand that, hey, if we make changes, if something happens, if we have to do an update, a security update, or any type of update to our system, anything like that, that you have the confidence and the belief that, hey, it's okay, like it's cool, everybody just chill out, right? We have to do this because there's things that we have to do. There's decisions that I have to make and our company has to make that are not going to be the most popular. They're not going to be the easy decisions to make because look, those companies that make those easy decisions and do what everybody wants them to do and don't have any type of rules or regulations, they just go freely, they're the ones that are gone, right? You hear me talk about this all the time, so I'm not going to beat a dead horse, but the bottom line is there's plenty of those opportunities out there. Don't throw us in the mix at them because see, what you focus on is what other people focus on. I want to focus on the future. I want to focus on, what we have in front of us, the ability for us to take a company that is just a baby right now and blow it into this billion-dollar company. We have that ability. We have it right in front of us, right? We can be the very biggest entertainment company in network marketing, period, and we're doing it. So we need your help with that as well. So with that being said, what I would like to do is I want to open this thing up to Q&A, but I had to get that off my chest. I want to make sure that you guys understand where we're coming from. So with that being said, throw any questions that you need about the instant upgrade, about the commissions. Now look, if there's something really specific about your specific commission, I'm going to ask you to submit a support ticket, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to address it here. Okay. I'm not scared to address anything. So you throw whatever you need to at me. I'd be more than happy to answer it, but I want you to understand where we're coming from. Okay. So let me take a look here. Okay. So that first question, Ignat, I'm not sure I said your name right. And if I didn't, I apologize. But I think I addressed that for you. So please just verify that I did address that for you. All right. So Joel, here's the first one. James, thanks so much for your awesome holiday upgrade question. If you have a person, for example, that comes in at 1 BTC and then gets upgraded to the 2 BTC with the holiday bonus, will they need to bring 2 BTC in personal volume to qualify for the max cap? Yes, they would need to. Okay, I mean, it's too much risk. Obviously, you know, already we're upgrading. So if you're going to be at that level, yeah, you would have to be at that level. Okay, if that makes sense. So the rules don't change with the maximum cap bonus. Great question though. Oh, thank you. Merry Christmas to you as well. All right. What other questions do you have? I'm here to answer them. Now, my phone's been blown up all day, and I do mean all day. So I'm expecting I better have some questions here tonight. Any questions? I know it takes a second to type. David Francis, will the upgrade volume count towards? So listen, when we I'm not sure if this is your question, but when we upgrade, okay, we'll upgrade volume count towards the cab. So, you know, this is a real biggie, right? Because here's what we know. If we count the volume towards the cab, I would say it's pretty much off the hook, right? I mean, people are going to go berserk here for the next 2 days. So I don't know if you guys understand what David's asking. He's basically saying this, okay? Let's say I went from 1 Bitcoin to 2 Bitcoin in that example, okay? So I come in at 1 Bitcoin, I get upgraded to 2 Bitcoin. Well, let's say that I sponsored someone that did that, and I'm at the 2 Bitcoin level. Does that now qualify me for the max cab bonus? Because now my volume is technically equal to, you know, my personal volume is technically equal to the package that I own. Is that what you're asking, David? Just let me clarify if that's what you're asking. Yes, Joel, that's what he's asking. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. I'm just going to make a decision right here. So the answer is yes, we will count it, because here's the deal. If we don't count it, it's going to be a programming nightmare for us not to count that. So what I'm saying is this. Yeah, I know. What I'm saying is this, okay? The volume will not count from the binary. Okay, so what I'm saying is when we upgrade, let me back up here. Someone comes in at 1 Bitcoin and we upgrade them to 2 Bitcoin. We don't count that as volume into the binary, okay? But we will count it towards the sponsor's cab bonus. Does that make sense? Give me a number 1 if that makes sense. I don't want to confuse people even further. Give me a number 1 if that makes total sense. Now, let me ask you a second question. Do you know how powerful what I just said is to so many people? I mean, that's huge, okay? That is huge. So I'm going to go back up here. Ignat, I'm not sure I'm saying your name right. I apologize. I thought I did answer this. Let's see here. If you have multiple accounts under a name and want to take advantage of the Christmas bonus, my accounts were started at 0.025. I'd like to take advantage of the holiday bonus. The total of my accounts is way more than 0.05 BTC. However, individually, they're at 0.025. My question is, could I take advantage of the bonus as long as collectively my accounts are more than 0.05? So it has to be based on an individual account, and we can't take it as a collective group. But here's to answer your question though. If you're at 0.025 and you want to upgrade to 0.05, we're gonna take that, okay? Because that gets you already have 0.025 in the company. So if you upgrade the other 0.025 to get you to 0.05, I know that's a lot of numbers there. We will upgrade you to the 0.1. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to your question. Okay, James, is there a possibility that a button on the site can be removed because it goes nowhere? Well, of course, definitely. Yeah, if you see something like that, if you can submit it to support, they can get it to the team. But yeah, absolutely, we can do something like that, or we can make sure it goes somewhere. One of the two. Do I have a site that I recommend where you buy Bitcoin? Okay, so I mean, one that I've personally used in the past is localbitcoins.com. I don't know what country you're in. Localbitcoins.com is actually a pretty good one that I've experienced because number one, the fees aren't out of control. And number two, you can usually find someone that works directly with your bank. If you work with a big bank like Bank of America or something like that, you can usually, use Zelle, anything like that. So I would say now, if you're wanting to play at a bigger level, you're probably not going to be able to buy 5 Bitcoin or anything like that on there. So there's other companies like Paxful and things like that that you can check out. That's Paxful, I believe, Paxful.com. But localbitcoins.com is the one that I have personally used. So it's really almost the only one that I can recommend that I would have you consider. Okay, let me read through here. I can say I'm pretty much happy with the company at this stage. I've been an investor for 6 weeks. So far, so good. Nice, steady, good. Thank you. I appreciate that. I understand. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Okay. Does anyone, David, does anyone realize the special is basically retroactive because you will be doubling your current package when you upgrade? This is huge. Yes, sir. It is huge. I mean, I think that the biggest thing here, this was a gift to you, right? It was a gift to you. And if you're already a member here, I think that the benefit is almost bigger just upgrading your system, I mean, your current package, than it is to even a new person. A new person, the offer is phenomenal to a new person, right? But the offer is extremely exciting to someone who is already in our company as well. I hope everybody's getting that. All right, any other questions here? Now, I have to tell you, I am shocked that I'm not getting blown up here. Maybe I clarified some things here. Yeah, hey, Jermaine, we're doing a lot to that. Okay, we are, trust me when I say we're fixing a lot of that, updating it, especially on our landing pages. That whole video, everything is being updated. So just keep that in mind, that I know that that's not where it needs to be. Is it possible to extend this till the end of the year? Truthfully, I would not think so. I would not think so. I mean, anything's possible. We'll see what happens, but you got to understand, this is a huge opportunity for people. I would be telling them to move now. Now, here's the deal. I know most people look at this and they're like, oh, you start convincing yourself of things that aren't true. Like, hey, it's almost Christmas for those who celebrate. Christmas Eve's tomorrow. Everyone's with their family, blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you something. I am too. Everybody is. But what I do know is that if people are serious, right, about going into 2020, they're going to take 5 minutes to send it. That's what I know, okay? It takes a second to actually get it and send it and to be able to communicate this message. So I understand it might be a little bit harder to get a hold of people right now, but if you send the right message, the right trigger to someone, they're going to at least see what you have to say, okay? So it's possible it could be extended, but the likelihood is it's small. I'm just going to be honest. All right, let's see here. What's the process to upgrade? So Guy, in your back office, if you just log in there on the top left-handed side of the menu, you're going to see upgrade package, and you just click that, upgrade with funds. And when you click that, it's going to take you to the page to upgrade to whatever package you would like. Takes your Bitcoin right there. Thank you, James, for the gift and making it count towards the maximum CAB bonus. Much appreciated. Yes, sir. H. Will, you're welcome. Hugh, if I personally upgrade, will I stay on the max trader bonus in my binary? Do not upgrade. Hold on. Trader bonus, if my binary do not upgrade. So, Hugh, as long as you have personal volume to equal the package that you're at, that allows you to stay at that maximum CAB bonus. Okay, so you do have to have personal volume, which that means people that come to your personal link and actually purchase a package from you in order to qualify for that CAB. So just know that. So if I was upgrading, I would make sure to have some people as well, especially if it was going to take me out of that. Just make sure to be contacting some people. But even if without it, I mean, it's such a huge option. I mean, even if you have a few days where you're at the minimum till you can find someone to get that package upgraded, I think it's a no-brainer. Let's see here. Is there a minimum upgrade current members must do to participate in the Christmas special? So Matt, basically, if you're at 0.025 or higher, you can do it. Okay. The 0.01s, it's not that I don't want to include them. It's that it mathematically doesn't make sense for us to be able to offer that. That's just as transparent as I can be. So if you're at 0.025 or higher, you can participate. All right. And I mean, if you want to upgrade to 0.025 and then upgrade again, like by paying the difference there, I mean, that could get you to 0.05. You could actually technically almost go from an 0.01 to a 0.1 if you're strategic enough in doing it, I think. Maybe I didn't do that right, but I think so. All right. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. I think that's why these updates are working and so important that they appear the address. Thank you. I appreciate that. Do I need top contact support to upgrade? Yes. So here's the deal, Tim, and everybody, I guess I should have clarified this. If you do the upgrade, our system's not going to know, right? We didn't change the programming for this because that would have just been a lot more work than what we needed. This was a prompt to offer for folks. So if you do the upgrade, you need to contact support and let them know, and they will upgrade you without the volume, as we've said many times, but they will take care of that for you, okay? Do I need, okay, here we go. All right, you're welcome, Tim. Can you upgrade from 0.01 to 0.05 directly? Sure, yeah, you just pay the difference. It would be 0.04 and that would get you to the 0.1. You absolutely could do that. Does that make sense, David? Did I answer that? All right, what other questions are out there? Any other questions? We've been on here about 27 minutes. We have a good turnout too. I mean, for 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm shocked. 5 o'clock my time. But we recorded this, okay? All right. I'm past the 50% on my progress bar. Can I still take advantage of the holiday bonus without any repercussions? I'm at the 2 BTC position. Do I have it correct that if I added another BTC, I would be upgraded to the 5 BTC level? You are accurate, okay? What Joel is talking about there is, once you get over that 50% mark inside of our company, you have to pay the full price to upgrade to the next package. So Joel, if you're going from 2 to 3, we're going to upgrade you to 5. That is correct. Man, that sounds good saying it out loud. I'm currently at ST4, which is going to be called G4 going forward, like the jet. If I upgrade to ST5, can I take advantage of the holiday bonus? The answer is yes. So if you go from 0.1, I think ST5 is a quarter. So if you upgrade that, it's actually going to take you to a half. Pretty cool, right? Yes, Matt, it is awesome. Clarify the progress bar. So in your back office, everybody in your back office, you have a progress bar. It's going to say anywhere from 0 to 100%. When you get to 100%, that means that you've doubled your BTC. When you get to 50%, it means you've received all the BTC that you started with to purchase your package back, okay? So if you're anywhere under that 50% mark, you can upgrade to the next package by just paying the difference between the package that you're at and going to the next package. If you're over that 50% mark, you have to pay the full price to upgrade to the next package. It's the only way the system can work, and make sense financially. When will we start getting daily pay on the upgraded status? Well, I mean, it happens immediately. As long as it's done before midnight, it will be paid out the next day. I'm brand new and don't really understand, but I understand the upgrade. Thanks. Oh, Robert, well, welcome. Where are you from, Robert? San Diego. Well, welcome. We definitely appreciate you joining us here. I'm glad you understand it. What you're going to, I mean, I hope you find that we're a little bit different as a company. I think you will. All right. Any other questions? So I want to make sure I understand this. If I'm at 0.01 and I add 0.04, it takes me to, no, it would take you to zero point 0.1, not 1, to 0.1 in that question. Ignat, yeah, the answer is yes, it would, it would. So here's the deal. I'm sorry. A couple of these are only going to panelists. I'm sorry. So just like always, I need to read them out loud. H. Will said, so I want to make sure I understand this. If I'm at 0.01 and I add 0.04, that takes me to 1 BTC. And the answer was no. It takes you to 0.1, which I think there's clarity there. The second question was, thank you for clarifying the above. Thank you for setting up the bonus. To clarify, I upgrade my account from 0.025 to 0.05. Would that qualify me for the bonus? And the answer is yes. I had 0.05 and brought in a member with 1 BTC. Oh, awesome. Good job, Richard. You're welcome, McNutt. And if I'm butchering your name, I'm sorry. Yeah, so Richard, in that example, Richard said that he was at 0.05. He brought in someone at 1 BTC. It obviously made him double. Richard, the way that works is you'll have carryover volume, right? So after you renew your package, you'll have carryover volume from that package. Oh, I'm glad I said your name right. Richard, then I would encourage you to contact support on that, okay? And let's see what we can do to knock that out for you. All right, any other questions out there? If you got some value out of this, can you give me a number 1 here? If you got some value out of what we're talking about here tonight, if you can see how powerful this is, give me a number 1. All right, thank you all. Oh, James is saying my background is much prettier today. Well, I've changed it to this. This is actually my office, but I got kicked out of my office. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you, for Pelotons. I've got Pelotons around me here, so I got kicked out. That's why you always see the white wall. It looks like I'm in a institution of some sort. All right. Any other questions? Oh, you're welcome, Thomas. You're welcome. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thomas just said, what a great deal. Okay, well, listen, I'm going to wrap this thing up. I hope you guys got the gist of what we're doing here. You know, like I said, people can interpret things however they want to interpret it, and you can as well, right? And we all set examples. I mean, if you have children, you know that the way that you interpret things yourself is usually carried on to your children, right? And you either can have a positive outlook, a negative outlook, or no outlook at all, right? And that's usually the way it goes. I'm going to ask you right now is that we come together, you know, especially at this time of the year as we're going into 2020, with the understanding that, hey, there's some things that we're working through in regards to our security system. There's some things that are going to continue to pop up. But if you can't see that we're in front of this, right? If you can't see that I'm right in front of you, speaking about this, being in front of you every single day, communicating as clearly as we can, then you're not paying attention, okay? And that's not a dig on you. It's just a reality, because, you know, we are different in the sense that we're here, right? Whether it's good or bad, we're just straight telling you what it is, right? We admit when we have flaws, and we admit when we do good as well, right? So what I'm asking you to do as a community is to come together and, you know, interpret this the way it should be interpreted, all the way from the security enhancements to the special that we're doing. That was a gift, you know? So when I hear like anything other than, hey, it was a gift that we gave, and people interpreting it weird ways, it takes me to a place that, like, I mean, I just don't even get why people go there in their minds. But then I'm like, hey, we didn't create the industry, it created itself. So with that being said, you know, we have such an awesome opportunity here, guys. I mean, we do, and ladies as well. I don't mean guys like that. We have a great opportunity here to take this as big as we want it. It can't just be me. it can't just be you. It has to be us together, right? It has to be us locking arms here and really taking care of this and protecting it. If you want this to be here long term, and I want it to be here long term, our minds are together. Let's take this to a level we don't even know it's possible, right? Let's break some records in this industry. Let's set this thing on fire for 2020 and do something right for you and your family. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for coming out here today. I know it's the middle of the afternoon. Some of you it's midnight. Some of you it's morning across the world. Thank you for taking the time to be here. Thank you for your involvement. I love it when we can interact here and you guys can get your questions answered. So I hope you guys have a great evening. For those of you who celebrate, I do want to say Merry Christmas, okay? We will not be having an overview call tomorrow night. It's Christmas Eve. I got to spend that with my family. So I know you're my family as well, but I got to spend it with my immediate family here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you celebrate Christmas, again, Merry Christmas. I thank you for everything that you're doing. Make sure to take advantage of this offer while it's out there. It's not going to last for long. Have a great night, okay? Bye-bye.